Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Crash of the Titans. On Wii, I should specify. Not like it matters, I guess, but, you know, why not? So, I did some digging around for Spyro, like I said, and GameCube is $40. At least, that's what I saw online, so I'm probably not gonna bother with getting another copy of it. I think I might just stick with GameCube, PS2. If I had GameCube, that would be better. But I know for a fact my PS2 copy, well, I don't know for a fact, it should work. It should technically work. If in the future I decided to do it. That's the first problem right there for you. And there is no Wii copy, but Eternal Night, funny enough, Eternal Night actually had a copy on Wii. I'm going to try to get these guys. I think you need to hit these guys. Maybe. I could be wrong. But I'm going to go for it anyway just because. Just in the off chance. I would like to get all the minion kills if I can. And speaking of getting the gold rank stuff, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the things carry over. Like if I get all the minion kills, I don't remember if that carries over for the ranking system or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure the collectibles themselves do. Upgrades obviously do as well. You know, I've always hated that in games where you're trying to go get something on a small, narrow platform, only to then just completely fudge it up. Because sometimes the game just has these weird sort of mechanics that push you against going anywhere at all, I guess. Even though you could just do that. Yeah, listen to me. I'm blaming the game for it. Nah. This part is weird, but you can use glide to kind of stop yourself. I should have remembered that. I should have tried for that. That probably would have helped me. But I'm not going to lie, though. Getting used to these controls is kind of weird when it comes to the boarding part of it. Wait until we get to the roller guys, too. That's going to be annoying. Especially if I have to use Wiimote for anything. Not bad. Basically got half of them killed. I'm sure there's probably a good, sizable amount of minions hiding somewhere on an actual beat-em-up section. I wouldn't be surprised. Did I take damage from that? I don't know. Didn't look like I did, though. Yeah, here we go. That thing recording? Yes. I should have checked if the stuff was okay. I'm sure the video's okay. It's just whenever I have like a ton of recordings already, well, recorded, then Elgato just likes to freak out, and then it lags the preview for some bizarre-ass reason. Oh! Something to talk about real quick, because I just noticed it. I finally beat Hyrule Warriors 3. That game came out, was it November of last year? And I finally beat the main campaign for it. And I liked it better than 2. I like it a lot better than 2, that's for sure. I went back to play 2 today. 2 is okay, but one's my favorite. But I have to give them credit. They did a pretty decent job with making 3 a lot more enjoyable, in my opinion. So, there's that at least. And look! Already a challenge room at the start. And now we're going to get the roller guy, too. Kick the minions to destroy the bombs. You know, that's the thing. I probably should have read what I'm supposed to do. Oh yeah, funny enough, I think I actually have this game on PSP. I remember, like, as a kid, I wanted it on PSP because I was like, oh, that'd be so cool if I had it on PSP because, like, it's a different game, kind of. Even Crash 1, I remember seeing that Crash 1 was on PSP, but I didn't know how to buy it. Yeah, I was that dumb. I didn't know about the PlayStation Store. Hell, I didn't know we had online for, like, the longest time. Yeah, or even PS2 for that matter. I straight up did not know. I don't think there's anything to break. I don't think it matters. Okay, we can't take him with us. Figures. Well, time to try out some new techniques, I guess. like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's not really a fan of that one, to be honest with you. Alright, on to the beat 'em up sections. Yeah, sometimes you can cancel your moves, such as like just regular light punches and such. There should have been a way to cancel out heavy attacks. There should be. And I don't think it's shield. I think you just need to use jump for that. Now it's time for this asshole. You know, honestly, Crash the Titans does make a lot of sense when you think about the idea of what Cortex is, or what he did. Because he would make a lot of, you know, mutants back in the day. So it's not surprising that eventually we would have a game that would probably... My God. Speaking of my God, that thing is going fucking haywire over there. You hear it? It's going crazy on the loading right now. I forgot what these things are called. Probably like Rolladilo. I don't know. Rolladino. I was wanting to do that myself, big guy, but you took care of it for me, I guess. Oh, yeah, you can also do that, thankfully. Alright. New Titan time. And he does exactly what you think he's going to do. This is the Rhino Roller. So, horn attack is just like straight up just regular that. And yeah, you're going to have to use Wiimote to roll. Which is fine. I mean, luckily enough, I know I talked about it earlier, but like wait till we get to this part. Roller Rhinos are not even that hard to use, thankfully. It's mainly the sled and stuff. And yeah, this is, I think it does take up a bit of your stuff. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I about died there. I don't think you need to roll when you're on these, because I think it just does automatically, so you don't have to worry about it. It should be fine. I'm so gonna get killed. He's so gonna die. And yeah, you cannot heal Titans. As much as it would be nice that we could do that, we can't do that. Unfortunately. I'm not making that. There ain't no way in hell. Alright. I was gonna say, he should be able to get through bombs. I mean, bro is... of course. Well, not like it matters. Because we can still just effectively do what we need to do. It's nice to have an extra character around, just in case. Now, I'm not sure if you can sneak past, like when the blades are down. If you can go right on the side here and just avoid it. Probably could. Most likely could. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm getting blasted here, dude. Everything's starting to look the same. Am I just repeating the same platform here? Yeah, we couldn't get that, but that's fine. Alright. Luckily, again, we got all the minions, so I don't need to worry about any of these little bastards, but I don't mind having a little bit of extra money. Some mojo. Some shmoney. I don't know why they went with the idea of calling it mojo, though. I don't know. I think I probably can guess. Because Witch Doctor, Aku, that type of thing, I guess. That would probably make the most sense. I'm barely just made that. I didn't think I could, but I think this is the end, too, actually. Those feathers remind me of Attack of the Power of Juju. I'm trying to see him. Alright, that level sucked. Well, at least we're out. So, and then, yeah, Crash's character thing just stays there. I missed a few things. I missed one turlet. That's fine. I don't know where it's at. And again, unfortunately, I think you have to get all the collectibles. You probably do have to get all of them in one run, too. I wouldn't be surprised. So it's going to take me a while to... If I ever decide to do a guide like that, it's going to take me a while. And the funny part is, with the new generation of guides that I'm doing now, the fact of something being a lot harder to do wouldn't be that far-fetched for me to want to do that nowadays. Because like Gen 1, when I was doing like hardcoring back in the day, before I quit YouTube for a bit, it was kind of just a crapshoot of stuff. Just things I liked. Or just felt like wanting to do. And then, Then it eventually devolved into, let's try to push for things that I couldn't possibly do. I never thought I could do. Or not really that, but more so things that would actually be difficult to do. It's like Vanquish and shit. You know, I did that because I knew that would be difficult for me to accomplish. And then I did it. And it was nice. And then Generation 3, which is what we're in right now, started off with the God Hand of all things. And I wanted to do something that I thought would be impossible for me to do. Not everything's going to be impossible, of course. There's going to have, like, instances of, like, okay. I guess if anything, Gen 2 is more so, like, I'm just going to finish up or try to beat games that I feel like I could finish. But, you know, we'll give it my skill at that point in time. I'm like, yeah, I could probably do these. And then Gen 3 now is like, we got to try for something a little bit more difficult, a little bit more scary. You know, go out of my way to try to play games that might not be the easiest thing to accomplish for an easy, free guide, so to speak. So, and that's what I ended up doing with God Hand. And I plan out, I would like to do all gold portraits A rank for Luigi's Mansion, the original Luigi's Mansion, but I'll probably end up doing the Switch 2 version to save myself the trouble of saving the game and having to reset it every time. Just having a free save state would just be nice. Which is why whenever I go to do Warrior World for the Hardcore Gen 2 marathon for Turd Monkey, this channel, obviously. When I go to do that, I plan on doing the game, not GameCube. I plan on doing the Switch 2 version so I can have the save states. It was a no damage run for anybody that's wondering. I'd save state at the beginning of the level, and I would just use a save state at the beginning of a boss fight, so I don't have to do the entire thing all over again just because I took one hit. It's mainly just a way to save myself the trouble of having to reset all the time, and that's really about it. Does it make the game any harder or any easier? It would make my life a little bit easier. Doesn't mean that make the game easier, though. That's something to remember, too, is that even if I were to use save states for certain things, all it really ever does is just stops me from having to waste more time doing such a thing. Or it's like the grinding conundrum, like grinding in RPGs and such, where some RPGs nowadays just kind of take out that need of grinding. Or at the very least, what I mean to say is they'll have like a dungeon that's primarily designed to aid you in you know, grinding out. But I guess the real question comes into play. Okay, so let me throw this out here real quick. So Nocturne. Back in the day, Tokyo Mirage had a dungeon already in the game that allowed you to essentially go to this dungeon, this extra dungeon, and you would fight enemies like you would normally do, but every time you fight enemies, you get like these small little... You'd either get like a small or a big, like book thing or whatever, and the small ones would give you like a little bit of XP, and the big ones would give you like a full level, like one whole level up, or 99% of a level up, and then you have to go and fight an enemy to level up from that. So you would use these book things to, I guess you could say, save yourself the trouble of having to go out of your way to grind. And Nocturne also decided to add a dungeon like that. SMP Nocturne did the same thing. They had dungeons that allowed you to, I don't know if you would really call it free grind, but you get the point. So the question is, does it take away the difficulty if I have a dungeon that lets me grind for items that allow me to have a free level? If I fight one fight and I get one big giant book and it gives me 99% of my next XP I need, is that technically taking away the difficulty? And in my opinion, not really, and I'll explain that in a sec. So how I see it is, say for example, if I'm playing Nocturne and we're fighting, like right before Matador, like I gotta go grind before Matador, right? And it's like, sure, okay, I need to go grind before Matador. You could, in fact, grind on smaller enemies that might be easier to kill. You won't get the exact same result that you're looking for fast. I mean, you get the same result. Alright, let's use 2 enemies here. Like the Asuras, I think they were called. You can grind on those. Or you can go back to, like, Ginza and go grind on, like, Jax, right? Jack Frost. It would take you longer to go grind on Jack Frost, but it would be safer and easier, and plus there's, like, a healing thing over there you can go grab real quick. You can go grind on the Asuras. If you got their weaknesses, just blast them up, go back to Ginza, heal up, and come back. Are they hard? No. You're hitting their weakness every time? No. Right? Yeah, there's the chance that they might kill you. The slight chance. But it's just going to take you 5-10 minutes to get maybe like 2 or 3 levels, right? But again, you know, the thing is that difficult? Like, does going out of my way to go get those item dungeons, does that take away the difficulty? And I would say no. And I feel like it's the same thing with save states to an extent. Kind of. Probably not as much, but only kind of. And it's the whole rewind feature debacle, you know, like the Mike Matei whole situation, where is it technically cheating if I rewind in a game? And my thought process has always been not really cheating, because God, I died in one fucking hit. Are you kidding me? I know he's huge, but jeez. So my whole idea is basically that I can't fucking do anything, first of all. Let's say I'm playing Contra, right? And I get shot by like something I didn't know was gonna pop up. Yes, I understand that the whole idea of a classic arcade game like that would be, you know, beginner trap shit everywhere. Or Ninja Gaiden. I'm playing Ninja Gaiden and it's like, oh, I get hit by an enemy I didn't know was there. And then I just decide to rewind. Now I know he's there. Because, like, in all retrospect, it does make it easier to play the game, sure. Of course. But it saves me all that trouble of having to go back to that same spot just to do it over again. And it saves me on frustration, which you could argue the frustration itself makes it harder. But you could also make the argument that, well, if a game's frustrating you and you learn that there's a thing there, and, you know, if you play a game when you're frustrated, it's going to be harder. Just quit the game, come back the next day, and you'll do better. Because at least then you won't be as frustrated, and you'll know that it's there. So it's the same thing like with the whole rewind thing, where it's like, well, if I rewind the game, I'm saving myself a day or two of frustration. Sort of. I don't know. It's such a wacky type of thing to talk about, I guess. But that's just how I see it. I'm not exactly fully opposed. However, I will agree that I think you are taking away a lot of the I wouldn't really say difficulty of a game, but you're just more so taking away, I guess, the initial feeling of a game, or like what they want you to probably feel. Like if you're playing Mega Man and you fall into a pit and then die and you're on your last life, that fucking sucks. But like I said before, now you know that it's there. You can avoid it for next time. Which, yes, you could. However, at the same time, fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess you could say a part of the original charm of games back then was how difficult they were. Like with Ghosts and Goblins and stuff. Like, you always felt good when you accomplished a level in one go, because you're like, well, I know what I'm doing now. You're just now having that knowledge when it comes to rewind feature faster than you would have back then, which could be considered taking away a lot of that original charm. And that's why I can kind of see both sides a little bit. However, I'm also very... I'm also one of the types of people that does actually use rewind feature in a lot of games, just because like I'm playing a game that I've probably never really played before, and it's like I don't really care all that much, so then I just do it anyway. But I don't know. Shield duration? Psh, yeah, right. Like that's even a fucking thing anymore. Ugh, of course. Just realized I just got a health upgrade, and now I just got another upgrade right after. Hell yeah. I'll say this: use rewind feature if you want, but I'm also of the I'm also kind of the one type of guy that's like, if you use rewind feature to beat a game, like an NES game or whatever, fine, whatever, save states, whatever. But I still don't really think that you can say that you beat the game without, like, if you can beat the game without save states, then you could say, like, well, okay, well, I beat it without save states. But if you beat the game with save states or rewind feature, just say, like, I beat the game, but I did use rewind feature, I did use save states. You know, that way everybody knows, like, okay, well, he did. Or he didn't. You know, that's how I see it. But then again, like, there's also another thing, too. And it was the... It's kind of on topic, but slightly off. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like, recap type shit, whatever it's called. I never watched it. The hour-long specials where you can just skip watching all of Part 1 and Part 2, and you can watch all of it within an hour. Shit like that, I think that right there takes away everything for the show. Now, if you watched, let's say, Naruto without the filler, that I think is a different thing, because when it comes to JoJo, a lot of JoJo isn't filler. So when you end up watching like an hour-long Magmadon, when you end up watching the hour-long special version of it, you're missing out on all the stuff that was actually in between. You know, like, to me, everything in JoJo needs to be seen for you to understand it. Like, yeah, you could probably end up understanding all of JoJo with the hour-long special things or whatever. You could understand, you know, I'm sure they probably implemented all the main parts of it, but you're still losing out on all the small little details that would actually help you enjoy it more, I feel. And I guess you can use the same argument against the whole rewind feature thing, too. Is like, well, if I play Metal Slug with save states... I keep saying a different game every time. Well, Metal Slug's pretty easy enough to go through anyway. And plus, I mean, nowadays with non-arcade, you could just use continues constantly. But, you know, if I were playing Crash of the Titans with save states or whatever, right? You could make the argument that, yeah, you are taking away a lot of the charm. Or, in the very least, a lot of the, I forgot that if you jack a certain amount of enemies, I think they actually give you extra upgrades for them, too. I think. I don't know what Spike Spin is, but it's not going to tell me, I guess. Because, like, again, like, the original idea of Ghosts and Goblins is to go through it, get your ass beat, learn from getting your ass beat, and then going for that. But then you could also make the argument, like, well, I learned that thing was there, now I know it's there, and I don't have to go back to the entire level all over again to know that it's there. And then you could always make the argument of, like, well, they can always just play the game again after they've beaten it. After they beat it with save states, they can just go back through the game again without save states. And there you go. And sometimes, you know, we all make those jumps that we don't like, but that's another thing, too, is, like, if you take away that, it's like, you also get to take away some of the storytelling you could have done, right? Like, when I was playing Wind Waker on GameCube, I did use, for the first time, I was using save states for it, just in case I made a shit jump I didn't want to make, because I'd never, like, you know, gotten that far in the game before, so I was kind of worried, like, I don't want to make a shit jump, and, Then I would make a shit jump, have my save state, and there you go. And then I went back and I played the Wii U version. Loved it, you know, even better. And didn't ever have to use save states because, well, I know what I'm doing. But then again, it's like, well, I don't know, whatever. Use them if you want, but just don't be a cocksucker. That's all I'm trying to say, I guess. Don't be a dick about it. Really kind of just on either side. You know, don't give people too much shit because they use save states, but at the same time, don't be the type of asshole who's like, I'm better than you because I do use save states, or just, I don't know, whatever somebody might say. I don't know. Let's just all get along. And it's funny too, because like I'm usually one to like to play games on hard. So you would think that somebody like me wouldn't want an easy option regardless, right? Like I would consistently want my ass to be beat. And there's fun to be had when you get your ass beat. I do agree with those types of games, but I don't know. Sometimes I just want an easy time, I guess. And at the end of the day, I mean, all I'm really affecting is just my own gameplay. Realistically speaking, I'm only just affecting myself. I'm not realistically hurting anybody else. Except for maybe Mike Matei. And that's really about it. But I also have, like, I don't know. I like to keep my dignity a bit, too, you know. I don't know, man. It's such a rough topic, because it can just go anywhere, basically. You can just kind of argue for both sides, and it probably really wouldn't be all that wrong. In any sense. It's tough to say. I think this is the level where you fight Tiny at. Oh my dear God. They're goddamn everywhere. Well, what sucks for them though is this. Yep. I have to sneeze. Oh. Goddamn. That one actually kind of felt nice though, not gonna lie. Sometimes it feels nice to sneeze. Here's your heavy attack. Alley-oop. Yeah, I don't want to make anybody mad by what I was talking about. Just one of those things. I like gaming, you know. I like gaming a lot, so I've got my own shitty opinions about things. And yeah, you could effectively use the Magmadons to attack without you having to do it. I don't think these guys count toward your 3, though. I don't think so. You assholes. Oh, somebody just got knocked the fuck out. Maybe. Yeah, okay, it was just Spike, I guess. Well, I could use that. It gets them close by, so I can just do this shit. Can I not? Can you not? Oh my God, really? Really, game? Oh yeah, by the way, you can do this now. Yeah, if you just jump and shield, you can do that. Whatever. And there is a slide duration thing, too. Not just shield duration as well, but you can also get your slide upgraded, which is kind of nice. I do wish they would have kept the TNT slightly close to resemble the classic crates. Because, I mean, the regular, like, Mojo crates look pretty close to just, well, regular Mojo crates. Here's one thing that's kind of slightly annoying about playing this game. Is the constant checking. You don't need to do it necessarily, but it does kind of help a little bit. So, yeah, fuck it, I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm losing on a Mojo anyway while I do it regardless. So it's not like it's a big deal. Oh yeah, by the way, the glide does kind of collect Mojo at a nice distance, which is nice. Probably should have kept him. Actually, no, I don't need him. We have platform to do. Platform perils. Yeah, it's funny. I thought this was going to be like a 20 episode game. I don't think it's going to be that. I think I was wrong. But it's definitely... I remember this game being kind of long, though. Or long-ish. Oh, god damn it. Why do you fuckers have to appear now? By the way, when I said Combo Master on minions with spin... Well, I think I said it on Titans. Yeah. You're better off doing on a Titan, somebody that's actually stunned, than you are minions. Because minions will just die and, well, lose out on your combo potential, so... Just something to kind of think about. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, big guy. Never mind. I shouldn't have grabbed that. I shouldn't have... It's fine. The problem is, the double time thing is mostly just an audio cue. Like, there is a visual cue that you have it, because there will be more or bigger mojo prizes and shit, so... Alright, double whammy. This is one of... Okay. Basically one of, no, damn it. One of, like, what, 3 upgrades? There we go. Like, it does make it better, though. I will say that. It does make your heavy better. I don't know why Crash keeps starting that way. Looks really weird. He does that. Alright. Huh. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah, but where's the rest of them? Okay. I was gonna say, like, I didn't see any appear, so... The fuck? Yeah, I probably should use slide, but there's a chance that you might get hit by something. That's what I'm afraid of. Fucking this all up. If I fudge this one up, I'm not gonna bother doing it again, because I don't want to. I don't want to do it now. And these things, they will appear faster if you collect these things fast as well, so... That's why I'm just seemingly not fast enough to do... Yeah, fudge this, whatever. I don't care enough. It's just a challenge room thing. I don't really give a shit. To be fair. Alrighty. Got a 5-pack of gum. I do not really care for getting the goddamn golden idol thing, because there's never a Titan around when you need one. But then there's like one right here, so... And now there's going to be a Titan when I need one. But the cutscene will probably kill it off. I wouldn't be surprised. I remember thinking this was the funniest shit back then. I didn't realize that Tiny was supposed to be basically Mike Tyson. I'm not going to lie, I thought that the whole concept of him was that he was gay. Because he had like that really, you know, higher pitched voice. I was like, oh, they made him gay now, okay. But no, it's mainly just Mike Tyson with the lisp. I didn't really know, okay? I knew about Mike Tyson, I didn't put 2 and 2 together, I guess. I was kind of a dumb kid, so... As things would happen. Alright. This is Tiny's first and maybe only boss fight? I don't remember. I think he has like another one. Not really much of a boss fight, to be fair, because it is Crash the Titans after all. What else are you going to do? What do you think you're going to do in a game like this? Exactamundo. The exact thing you've been doing the entire time. Which is just hitting guys in the head, knocking them around a little bit, and then doing all that fun stuff. Hit these button things to get a snipe to appear, probably. Yep. I think he has maybe 2 fights in this game. I think. Because there might be one that comes up after this. I don't remember. That's a scary one to grab. God, I'm so glad I'm done with Mario 64 DS. Seeing lava reminds me of Lethal Lava Land. It's like, oh, I'm so glad I'm done. It really sucks, too, because I used to love that game. And nowadays, not so much. I kind of wish I still did, but... It's mainly just Mario 64, I feel. Like I'm just starting to kind of lose it. I don't really care for it all that much. Oh, I forgot to show off the Hyper Super, whatever the fuck it's called. Can't do it now, because, well, I have to wait. I could do this. Maybe... Hold on. We press A to lock onto multiple... Okay. Yeah, so, like... Okay, so his was just always going to be that regardless. Alright. He doesn't really... He has a super, but it was just the A one. No wonder I got confused. Poof. Also, I love when games have the censor bar, like the censor icon or whatever, disappear when you're not using it. It's really nice. I wish more games would do that. Or did do that. Oh yeah, by the way, if you have... How do I put this? If you have like a big giant... Oops. Type enemy. I think I fucked up. If you have a big giant type enemy that you're jacked onto, minions will just run away. Because like I'm a medium-sized enemy right now. I would guess Magmadon probably is medium-sized. I don't really know. Well, he's kind of like Spike, but maybe a little bit tougher. It's hard to say. Point is that when you have a big, gigantic enemy, minions would just be like, oh, fuck that, and then just run away. So I'm gonna run away like a little pussy. I guess they should. I mean, the other one did. We saw that earlier. Like, these guys are attacking. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, because they were running away when the turtle was active, so... Beats the fuck out of me. Now, I think in order to get all the minions for this level, I think you do have to stay here and fight them off. Like, you have to keep waiting for them to kind of respawn. Because I think you lose out on... time for it or something. Also, welcome to Splatterhouse, baby. Although I think this game came out before that, but... The reboot, I mean. That one section you have to, you know, walk across the falling platform shit. You get enough time, but it's still scary. I still don't want to do it. Because as soon as you as soon as you step on one, you should just punch. Because that thing's gonna go away fast. Alright, cool. And now to freak out Tiny, because we beat him. Yeah, he gives up pretty easily. But I think that's kind of the joke. Is he's so buff and he's so big, but it's kind of a, you know. And also the fact that he's dumb, I guess. Kind of like the Knuckles Sonic Boom thing. Which reminds me, aren't we supposed to be getting like another Sonic thing going on? There's something about like a Sonic game releasing this year. In March or whatever. They mentioned like 3 years ago or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, I think that, yeah, you're supposed to wait for the minions to kind of respawn each time to do that level. To do it properly, I guess. Oops. Oh, well. You know, what's funny is I wanted to record this so I can get my voice active so I can do some hardcore content. But yet, I'm probably going to end up doing this entire game. Oh, I hate this one. I do not like this level. I think we're going to get introduced to the skunks now, aren't we? Maybe. I also just don't like the design of it. I think it looks kind of ugly. You know, I never got that joke until now. I never understood that joke until now. I never watched Planet of the Apes, so... Because I think back then, I might have understood... No, not even back then. Who am I kidding? You gotta be fucking kidding me. This entire time, that was just a goddamn Planet of the Apes joke. God damn, I'm stupid. Well, I didn't know. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying. Because there's obviously the Statue of Liberty thing right there. And then Crash gets on the ground. You know. Being like, no. So, I would wager a guess and say that's probably it. Yeah, once again, the spin upgrade is just not enough. Also, I think you have to not get hit for it to activate as like a combo. Be like, oh, yeah, you did a good job. You did it. You got the combo. You're good. Maybe. Remember these guys from the Game Boy version? I think they're like one of the first enemies to really appear, too. Yet another fox about to get killed, of course. Well, that one's... Yeah, he's gone. Bro is just done, so, man. He's gone. So these are... I forget their names, but... These enemies are essentially snipes. They just throw bombs, basically. Stench, that's what it was. And once again, you can do multiple lock-on type thing, so... But, of course, you have to stand in place and do it, which sucks. It seems like Bro only has, like, 2 he can do at once. And now you can break these, I think. Yeah, apologies for the Wii U going crazy, but I'm gonna have to do it. It was either that or the PS2. So, you know... I think we would have heard it no matter what I would have done. Fuck these guys. I just want out of here. I don't want to do this. Yeah, but the problem is, if you don't kill them, they'll kill you. As such as anything with this game at all. Yeah, it's funny. The older I get, the less I care about finding everything in sight. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want to get out of here and go about my merry way, you know? Speaking of levels I don't like, the Cortex place. Not a fan either. Also, I think the only time that the Mojo actually doubles is whenever you break something. Like, Mojo that's already there, I don't think you get it ×2. You don't get double Mojo, I think, when you... Actually, well, no, that'd be stupid. Because these are worth 10 now. But haven't they always been worth 10? Well, only one way to find out, I guess. Right? I think these guys are called wrench monkeys, actually. Defeat all enemies. Okay, oh boy. It's another one of those hierarchy things. Like, well, never mind. We're just going to get straight up into it, I guess. Okay, so... It probably would be better if I just take him. Because one spinning attack is usually enough to take out most enemies. So... Yeah, I think this was probably the smarter option, to be fair. And now just let them all basically just disappear and die off. And we'll be good. I think. Or so I thought. Yep, that's it. Alright, cool. And I saw some stairs to the left. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's probably most likely... Shit. I didn't want to do it too hard. Too hard? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that. I think that shit just disappears. Oh well. Anyway, there you go. They care about these dead rhinosauruses. God, shut up. Damn. I know it bugs me too much. I don't know why it should, but it just does. It pisses me off. Oh, you fucking cocksucker. Yeah, it's kind of hard to land heavy attacks when enemies just... Well, you know... attack you. Somehow I framed through that. I don't know. But I'll take it. Poof. Yeah, unfortunately, you're going to have to sometimes do that to get minions to spawn. I think he's gone. Oh. I was going to say, like, he blew his head off. He exploded himself. I don't know. I love Spike's ultimate move. And yes, an ultimate attack will actually completely decimate an enemy. And usually just a well-aimed heavy attack will kill them while they're in stun too, by the way. So, you know, I'm actually having a lot more fun with this than I thought I would have. I knew I was going to enjoy it somewhat. I didn't know I was going to enjoy it this much. again. So, that's a good thing. That's always nice to have, right? Alright, you know what? Fuck this. There. Now no one can stop me. Until somebody hits me, I guess. Yes, game, I can see that there's a rock there. To be fair, I didn't see that earlier, but I was going to look for it anyway at some point. I think we need to leave, is what they're trying to suggest. They're like, yeah, you might want to get the hell out of here. Oh, that's the end of the level, too. Oh. Well, like I said, I don't like the way it looks, but honestly, it's not really... Since it's not so long, I guess it's not all that bad, but Engines itself is kind of whatever. Alright, anyway, that'll be it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time for some more Crash of the Titans. When we do the later half-ish of the game, I'll go look up how many levels there were, I forgot. Oh yeah, I can check out Crash's stats and see my upgrades here. Oh, never mind. Well, there you go. We almost have full health, 3 more spin times, and 4 more slides, and then fucking 14 more upgrades to go. Told you it was a lot, didn't I? And yeah, that'll be it. So take care.